俺はルフィ、海賊王になる男だ。
It's a great day here at Kek Filet's YouTube channel. I am your host, the Kek Filet, and today I bring you a video on sweatiness, the Season of Sweat 2, as I call it. And basically, this is kind of a mini guide of how you want to prepare for Phase 2 of Season of Discovery if you're Alliance. I know that it'd be pretty advantageous if you all were able to, hit level 27 right away, and what pre-quests are there to do. And additionally, on this sheet, it's really nice. Anything that isn't on this sheet, you can do those quests for gold. And I actually really recommend doing those quests for gold. This is actually made so it's easy for you to turn in these quests all at once. It doesn't have you go to Darnassus and Auberdine and then Ashenvale. It's all kind of a quick swoop. And really made for people that are trying to also do stockades, right, as well. Because a lot of people, their main goal is they're going to just jump into stockades as Alliance, spam stockades until the appropriate level, and then go on to another dungeon like Razorfen Crawl or Scala Monastery. And I think this is a big thing to get ahead of the pack in general, because Stranglethorn Vale is going to be the new PvP zone, and Stranglethorn Vale has a lot of great quests. If you can get to Stranglethorn Vale like level 33, level 36, somewhere in between there with 5 people, and do all of the quests there, maybe not the elite ones if it's too hard. I think 5 Giga Chad gamers can probably do it like level 36, 35, right? Hitting red mobs might be pretty hard, difficult, but generally I think it might be a really good idea to get ahead of the curve, just to get that out of the way and, get to Nomergon as fast as possible. Season of Sweat 2, this is a spreadsheet I've been working on, and I'll tell you, with this spreadsheet, you guys will have access to this spreadsheet. You won't be able to edit it, but actually how you can make it real quick and copy and edit it if you need to. But essentially, this description will be down below. We'll have the spreadsheet for anyone to view it. And if you ever want to make a copy, you can go to the file up here and make a copy. Just how it works, go to file, make a copy, and then you can put your own numbers in here. For example, on my druid, I actually did this Claws the Deep quest, unfortunately. This is a very good quest to have. I have the last part of it, but my mage is able to do this. So, I mean, if this right down here, experience from all these quests going down here, and then also the quests from stockades, which you're going to do after, which I'm going to explain. I'm actually going to have another video of me walking through, turning in all the quests. I won't actually turn in the quests, but I'll show you how long this might take for you to do, and a realistic time frame, especially if you're in a group of 5 people, where let's say all 5 of you, or just 2 of you are doing that. So with that, the experience from the quest is 86,950 experience so far. But let's say I have a problem and I already did these 4 quests, so I'm gonna just delete those, and now it shows me how much experience it has. And you could do that with any quest here, or even look through some quests. But I'm actually just going to run through the quests real quick and the turn-ins. My ideal thing here is actually we log in to Wetlands, okay? But I do want to pre-emphasize this. The Stockades quests, there are 5 Stockades quests. There are 3 in Stormwind. There's 1 in Lakeshire and 1 in Darkshire. Do not pick these up yet, because you are going to do Stockade runs anyway. And so you're going to pick these up and then do a couple runs of stockades and then go turn them in. That's the idea. Okay, so we're trying to maximize the 20 quests that we do have, and then we can do these quests as we are in the stockades. So with that, we have this Claws of the Deep quest. This is a pretty easy quest. I'll give you kind of a little guide on this. Basically, it's a little bit of running around. This is your most running around you're going to be doing. But I have the last part of it. So you'll do this. You're going to be digging through the ooze, which if you have that quest ready to go. Apprentice's Duties, 2100. The Cleansing Eye. This is actually an awesome quest here, because you're actually going to get to the last part of the quest. You're going to pick up this quest. This is an additional thing. You're going to pick up this quest, and you'll turn this one into Stormwind. So this is perfect. It doesn't count toward the quest log. And then Defeat Necrosh. And I do want to say red text, anything with red text is probably going to take 2 to 5 players unless you're a super gamer, but 2 to 5 players is going to be needed for all the quests that have red text because they're pretty difficult. Missing in Action, which is a Keyshawn quest. This is all Lakeshire now. You're going to get Solomon's Law, Blackrock Bounty, Thelzun, and Wanted Lieutenant Falgor. I do want to say here, you're going to pick up a quest from here. You're going to pick up Turn in Darkshire, the Crime and Punishment. I actually do want to maybe make a little note here. Murloc Fins? I'm going to make a little note there because there is a quest I forgot that we can maybe hold on to that I did not hold on to in any of my characters. But that's another quest that you guys can maybe even do if you didn't turn that in. So next is the Night Watch, and this is all Darkshire. So the Night Watch, you can solo this. It's probably best with 2 or 3 people though. You can actually do this at the same time you're doing the Legend of actually the Worgen in the Woods quest. So it's a good idea to get a group of people to do Worgen in the Woods and the Night Watch together. And Worgen in the Woods is just pretty difficult. You're actually going to do the 3rd part. You're not going to turn that in. You'll turn in the 3rd part, which then immediately turns into the 4th part right next to each other. So that's like an awesome double experience there. You're going to get the final part of the Legend of Stalvin. You're going to do the Totem of Infliction. It's just some gathering quests. And then you want to get the Scythe of Elune. This is actually starts in the Howling Vale, which is in Ashen Vale, funny enough. And essentially, you'll want to start this quest. This quest is going to require at least 2 people to do the first part. I did try to do it solo. It's not going to work. So with that, there are actually 3 juicy Darkshire quests. All 3 of these quests you do not have to have beforehand. You can turn them in when you get there because they're just materials. So Dusky Crab Cakes, you may have to do the prerequisite for Dusky Crab Cakes, okay? And get 6 gooey spider legs. And then look at the stars. This is just a bronze tube. There's a little follow-up if you want to do this, but it's not a lot of experience. I don't recommend doing the follow-up. And then Seasoned Wolf Kebabs, which is 10 wolf flank, lean wolf flank, and 1 Seasoned Stormwind herbs. You have to pick those up. Just grab those from a certain vendor in Stormwind. And then finally, in Darkshire, we have Bride of the Embalmer. This is a long quest chain. I didn't realize it starts with supplies in Darkshire. Then that quest will open up eventually another quest to let you do Bride of the Embalmer. This is going to be a pretty difficult quest to do, but it's a huge amount of experience. Super worth it for you guys to do that. And I do want to say, when you're in Darkshire, so you move to Lakeshire, you got that quest. You're going to grab another quest. What comes around, pick up and turn into Lakeshire. Well, maybe it's Crime and Punishment, and then what comes around is the other one. So you're gonna pick up a quest here for Stockades. Okay. Next, we're gonna go fly over to Stormwind. Okay. And the thing is, I do want to say this: we would Wetlands. We're probably hearthing either to Lakeshire or Darkshire, turning in these quests, picking up the 2 quests that we need, and then going to Stormwind. With Stormwind, there's a quest for turn in the reassignment, 3,200 experience there, the Noble Brew, the Retrieval for Mar, and there's a lot of quests all over Stormwind. This might take a second. An old history book. This is a quest book you pick up in the zone Darkshire. It's pretty good. So it's actually Darkshire, Duskwood. So that's you'll randomly pick that up, and it's going to be a pretty good little boost of experience there. Also, I do want to say donation of wool, donation of silk. That was kind of slept on. If you want to wait on these for level 50, you could do that. I think the experience now is much more appreciated later, and you're still going to have a donation of Mage Weave later when you get to when you're going to level 50, which might be worth it, because that sounds much more difficult going from 40 to 50 than it is from 25 to 40. So with that, there's also another quest here, a King's Tribute. This actually might also need this. Sully Baloo's letter starts with this. The King's Tribute, you'll get to the part where you have to turn this in. There's a follow-up with this quest, and you'll do the follow-up right after it. This is an Ironforge. It might be worth going to Ironforge because you're going to actually have donation of wool and donation of silk for both the dwarf and the gnomes. So it might be actually really worth turning all of those in as well. And it's this is 5,000 experience. This isn't a lot of experience just for going to Ironforge, and you might be going to Ironforge anyway if you're doing Wetlands stuff, and you may have summons prepped if you need to. But that's the main thing that's going on here. And then on top of that, I guess, you know, we have these stockades quests you're going to pick up in Stormwind. They're all pretty easy. This one's a little further out of the way, but these two are pretty close to the instance. You're going to do stockades. You may have to do it twice to get enough rags, but you might do more than stockades anyway. So you do like 2 to 5 stockades with your group, depending on what they're doing. And then I would suggest when available, go turn in these quests. And then you only need 80. All of this we just did was 86,950 experience. I bet you guys are asking, well, how much experience do I really need to, you know, hit level 26? And I actually have a chart for this. So this chart right here is essentially just telling you how much experience you need. At level 25 to get to level 26, you need 34,000 experience. From level 26 to level 27, you need 36,400. This is about 70,400 experience. So we're already above that, and we're already into 27, going to 28. And this is already from these. There are additional ones we can do here as well, as we know, right? But the main thing is that these are the ones that I'm currently looking at as far as doing everything for myself. I suggest you guys start taking a look at these, getting these chains ready to get done. And obviously, if you guys can mix match, oh, I've done some of these, I haven't done some of these, I can maybe pick up this other one. Ooh, I found a better one. If I walk out of the way, you could add more experience to that, but I wanted to kind of leave it to you guys to kind of discover the rest of that. But I wanted to at least get this together to compile, not just for my guildies, but I'm doing it for my main and my alt. So thank you all again so much for watching this video. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. If you're liking the content, make sure you guys comment what you're liking about it and what you're looking to see more of. See you guys in the next video. Ciao.